Brooksaw Antiques here today. We have this 1935 Royal A model vintage foldable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And behind this flip panel are the margins. And this is the left margin. I'm going to set this around 5 and this right margin on about 85, about the length of the page. And this is the paper bail that sits on top, holds the page down. It's got 2 adjustable rollers. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit the slide space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1 or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, there's a switch right here. You flip that forward, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. And as you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I was able to type most of the keys on the keyboard on one line because this has Elite typeface, which prints 12 characters per inch. It's a little bit smaller than Pica, which prints 10. So on this next line, I'm going to go ahead and print a sentence in red. To switch from black to red, there's a switch right here. You flip it to the left, it prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it prints the top portion of the ribbon. And when you have it all the way to the right, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying. I'm going to switch that over to the red. Beautiful. Excellent condition typewriter all around. It types excellent and it looks excellent. Print looks really good. And it's got that really beautiful glossy black mirror-like finish. Kind of rare to find one in this condition, this old, almost 100 years old, and it still works perfectly fine. I was actually very impressed by this model. It feels really good to type and it sounds really good. So highly recommend this. You barely have to hit the keys for them to print. And it does have this touch control here if you want to have more tension. So you type a little faster, you do have to hit them a little harder. But they respond fast when you have it on low too. So this model is really nice. Probably one of the best typewriters during this era. It's super nice and antique, classy, fancy style typewriter for that era. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy. Or load thicker paper like carbon copy or card stock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. I got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top right, that works good. We go ahead and switch this back to the middle so we print black when we start typing again. Tab on the right side here. So these are manual set tabs in the back. So there's, let's see if we can get a better view. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little tabs are your tabs. So you just push them and move them kind of like the margin, and then you'll stop at each one of those when you hit the tab button. Just like that. That works good. Open the hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right. And if you want to switch that direction, you flip that switch to the left and it'll pull counterclockwise to the left. So we're going to keep that pulling to the right for now. Margin release on the top left is when you get to the end of the margin, it blocks you from typing unless you hit that margin release. It will allow you to go all the way to the end. That works good. Carriage release on each side. Very, very smooth. And this is the left side carriage release. Extremely smooth. And if you push this button, you pull it out, you push it in, it'll disable the spacing when you turn the knob so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is 1 space. And the same concept with this lever on the top side here. You flip it to the front, it'll disable the spacing. You flip it to the back, and you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.